Good evening, everybody. Thank you for joining us. Coming up next on Channel 5 News at 6 o'clock, a contingent of fellow officers earlier today escorted the body of Officer Walter Williams toward its final resting place in Oklahoma.
Also earlier today, thousands gathered to pay tribute to the 4th Dallas officer to die in the line of duty this year.
But there's news of life tonight, too. A longer life for many thanks to an incredible machine that can bridge the gap between heart failure and transplant.
Also, another government life ring may be needed to help the latest of Texas' failing banks. I'm Jane McGarry.
And I'm Brad Wright. Channel 5 News at 6 is next.
When words can't express your love, a floral arrangement will. For quality, style, and free citywide delivery, call McShan Florist, as near as your phone.
If you're thinking about steak tonight, Steak and Ale would like to give you something to think about. Something irresistible. Something out of the ordinary. Something traditional. Something we've been doing for over 20 years. Tonight, if you're thinking about steak, why would you think about any place but Steak and Ale? For over 20 years, the legend in steak.
Attention every appliance, TV, and stereo fan, buff, enthusiast, devotee, aficionado, maven, and admirer. For 3 days only, the things you want most are on sale at Highland. Appliances, stereo, TVs, and more. For 3 days only, this Sanyo AM FM cassette car stereo with free normal installation is just $69. And this Sony stereo cassette Walkman with lightweight headphones is just $23.89. Thursday, Friday, and Saturday are the days to save. And Highland is the place.
This is Channel 5, KXAS TV. With the team to watch for news, Brad Wright, Alice Carone, Scott Murray with sports, and Chief Meteorologist Harold Taft. And now, Channel 5 News at 6.
Good evening, and thank you for joining us. Alice has the night off. I'm Jane McGarry. Topping our news at this hour, the body of Officer Walter Williams is in Oklahoma tonight. He'll be laid to rest in Elmore City tomorrow.
Meantime, back in our area tonight, family and friends of Officer Williams continue to mourn his death. Nearly 3,000 people from across the state paid their respects at a memorial service this morning. Williams is the 4th Dallas officer killed in the line of duty this year. And as Channel 5's Cindy Kirkendall explains, many officers are having a tough time dealing with their grief.
They came from all over Texas, nearly 3,000 officers, to honor one of their own.
My son and I have a little saying that all officers are his buddies. And today, we say goodbye to another buddy.
And if a tree is judged by the fruit it bears, then I'm justified in saying to you that Walter was a good man.
Dallas police officer Walter Williams leaves a wife, 3 children, and thousands who called him friend.
Every officer here puts himself in the situation of being in Officer Williams' place. You think of losing another officer. You think of the trials and tribulations that officer had to go through to do his job. And you have one hope. Very simply, no more.
Walter Williams is the 4th Dallas officer killed in the city this year, a city that now leads the nation in the number of police killings.
It's too much. 4 in a little over half a year, no more. It's time to be no more. Let's come together and as a community and as a police department, and no more. That's enough. Enough's enough.
You could see their respect as the processional passed. And with silence, they said goodbye.
Order! Halt!
Cindy Kirkendall, Channel 5 News.
In other news tonight, 2 of 3 men accused in a fatal car bombing were sentenced today. Ralph LaFranca of Kansas City was sentenced to 18.5 years in prison. Co-conspirator Stephen Turner got 5 years. The men confessed to being part of a pipe bombing plot that took the life of 26-year-old Giovanni Mancini of Fort Worth April 7th. A third man, Stephen Gherkin, will be sentenced September 23rd. He's charged with destruction of property resulting in death. The maximum sentence for that is life.
Brad, for the first time, an external artificial heart pump has kept a patient alive long enough to locate a donor heart. And last night, that patient got his transplant at Baylor Medical Center in Dallas. We should warn you that some of the pictures in this story are somewhat graphic, but they are an important part of the story. Channel 5's Linda Frederick reports the doctors on the transplant team are particularly proud of this latest cardiac milestone.
This is the miracle machine that kept Dale Mathis's blood flowing even though his heart had completely stopped working.
In Mr. Mathis's case, it totally supported his circulation. His native heart was destroyed and supported none of his circulation. The pump took over the full load.
This machine kept the 47-year-old Colorado City man alive for 10 days until a donor heart could be located. Last night, that heart was flown in from California and successfully transplanted.
My husband is one that enjoys electronics and gadgets and big toys, so when he gets better, I think he's going to be excited about being #1 on something new.
Artificial heart pumps like this have been used before to rest a heart or support cardiac bypass patients who cannot be weaned from a heart-lung machine. But this is the first time it's been used in the United States as a bridge to transplantation.
And in his particular instance, he is on wide-open medications, and he had the intra-aortic balloon. And with that, his blood pressure is only about 70, and he was in a deathly state.
Well, I just could not give up hope.
The heart transplantation is resurrection. In this case, we had the resurrection ×2, thanks to Dr. Jett's expertise in bringing to Baylor this experimental device.
Baylor Medical Center is one of 6 medical facilities authorized to clinically test this new external heart pump. It just got FDA approval 2 weeks ago, but it was the first hospital to put it to use in this life-saving fashion. Linda Frederick, Channel 5 News in Dallas.
Mary Kay Cosmetics' annual convention in Dallas is being picketed this evening by animal rights activists. The group claims Mary Kay is one of about 200 companies that contract with a laboratory that use animals for testing. The protesters call themselves People for the Ethical Treatment of Animals and claim they have documents that prove the lab has violated state laws. However, they say not all cosmetic testing is harmful to animals.
Still ahead tonight, another Texas bank may be looking to the FDIC for assistance.
It looks as if First Republic won't be the only area bank to get help from the federal government.
Shop your Winn-Dixie and Winn-Dixie Marketplace stores for U.S. Choice whole boneless beef brisket, a hot 99 cents a pound. Have a super snack with Coke and Wise potato chips. 12-ounce Coke or Diet Coke is now a low $4.99 for a case of 24 at Winn-Dixie. And Wise plain potato chips or Ridgie's potato chips are buy one, get one free.
Your choice for low prices.
Winn-Dixie, America's supermarket.
Whatever I have has to be perfect. That's why I have this, the new Microtech 2 electronic flea collar. Smaller and more powerful than the original. It drives away those ugly little fleas and ticks in a lick. And no terrible poisons and chemicals. Believe me, it's the very best non-toxic protection against fleas and ticks. If it wasn't the best, we wouldn't be wearing it.
Right, pussycat.
Available at Eckerd, Skaggs, and Albertsons.
The collapse of First Republic Bank last week leaves Texas with just one large independent bank. But as Channel 5's Shelley Kaufler reports, that bank now says it too may have to go to the FDIC for help.
Last Friday, when First Republic sang its swan song and became NCNB Texas National Bank, MCOR, with its 86 banking locations, was getting ready to release its quarterly report. The report contains a letter to shareholders that acknowledges MCOR has only made a profit after selling its data processing operation. The letter says further that MCOR is looking for private investment, but adds there is now a growing perception that private capital for Texas banks may be available only in combination with some form of public sector investment. In other words, FDIC money.
The question of federal assistance for MCOR comes in the wake of bank hearings in Washington. That's where 2 days ago, the chairman of the FDIC said that First Republic would not be the last Texas bank that would need some federal help.
Banking analysts speculate the chairman was talking about MCOR, a struggling, well-managed bank that may actually have been stung by the sweet deal awarded NCNB.
The problem with that is that was such an attractive transaction as far as the North Carolina National Bank's concerned that any would-be investors, just by human nature, would like to get another deal like that one.
In acquiring First Republic, NCNB doubled its size with $200 million. The federal government put up 20 times that much. Some analysts predict MCOR may now go to the FDIC for help before the FDIC comes to MCOR, a move that could possibly spare MCOR shareholders, a group that lost its shirt in the First Republic takeover. Shelley Koffler, Channel 5 News.
The Dallas School District's new superintendent late today announced his new leadership team for the district, and he opted to go outside the district for 3 of the big appointments. Saying he had searched nationwide for the most capable people available, Dr. Marvin Edwards selected Lois Harrison Jones as Associate Superintendent of Education. She was superintendent of the Richmond, Virginia Public Schools. Stan Paz, former number 2 man in the Tucson, Arizona public school system, becomes the DISD's Associate Superintendent of School Support. The 3rd district outsider is a Dallasite, John Allen Crane, an assistant professor at the University of Dallas. He'll head up the employee training program.
Coming up next in sports, we'll go live to Arlington Stadium, where the Rangers are set to take on Cleveland.
Also, Scott Murray is in Thousand Oaks, where he'll talk with a Cowboys linebacker whose luck hasn't run out. Stay tuned.
Burning, itching, cracking, peeling. These are the symptoms of athlete's foot that can stop you in your tracks. But Desinex actually cures athlete's foot and puts you back in the running. Desinex, the classic cure for athlete's foot.
Sometimes you remember when not so long ago you were growing up and not just growing old. As time goes by, friendship stands the test. Repco helps you always feel your best. Repco, you need Repco, a friend for life.
Tom's in with sports, and 4 more NFL players suspended because of substance abuse.
When it rains, it pours. I mean, we heard this last night specifically about the Dallas Cowboys.
Right.
Now, today, just recently, the same thing happens with a couple other guys. As we mentioned, 4 more players slapped with 30-day suspensions by the NFL today. They are Rob Riddick of Buffalo, Greg Townsend of the L.A. Raiders, Richard Reed of Denver, and Pat Sadin of Atlanta. The 4 players will be ineligible to return to their teams until September 2nd. The substance detected in the tests they failed was not disclosed in any of the cases. Today's announcement means that 7 NFL players have now been suspended as a result of the league's drug and alcohol abuse program. The other 3 are Dexter Manley of Washington, Doug DeBose of the 49ers, and, of course, Kevin Gogan of the Cowboys. Speaking of the Cowboys, whenever we've talked about Cowboy linebackers the last couple of weeks, we haven't had a lot of good news. Well, tonight we're going to break that tradition and focus on a guy who's not injured and is still in the lineup. Here's Scott Murray with a look at linebacker Ron Burton.
What a difference a year makes. When the Cowboys broke camp here in Thousand Oaks last summer, only 1 free agent had made the team, number 57, Ron Burton. Now, just a year later, Burton is expected to be a starter come opening day.
I've always wanted to start and play for a pro team and start my career starting at the beginning of the year, and hopefully I can do that.
All indications are he'll get his wish. The Cowboys are very anxious to take advantage of his many talents. Burton spent the better part of last year on the special teams, where he played well. But he really caught the eye of the coaching staff when he was forced into the starting lineup to replace the injured Eugene Lockhart in the Cowboys' final game of the regular season against St. Louis. How about these numbers? 17 tackles, he knocked down 3 passes and caused 1 fumble. He was simply unreal.
Ron Burton is really an enigma in this respect. I don't know why he was a free agent. Undoubtedly, our scouting department wasn't very good because we didn't draft him, but everybody else was not too good either. But he is really a good linebacker.
And that's why he'll likely be the Cowboys' starting outside linebacker on the left side.
On the outside, you have to have that recognition with your end runs and stuff like that, and coming up to hit is the main part about it. And so far, so good. I mean, as long as they're giving me the chance just to give me a chance to play out there.
Coach Landry agrees that Burton is indeed built like a middle linebacker, but he thinks he has the speed to play the outside. And more importantly, with the way the linebackers have gone down of late, the Cowboys need him on the outside. With the Cowboys in Thousand Oaks, California, Scott Murray, Channel 5 Sports.
The Rangers open a 3-game series against Cleveland tonight at Arlington Stadium, and Drew Pearson is standing by live at the ballpark with one of the team's few bright spots in the last few weeks.
That's right. Thank you, Tom. That's right. With me is Bobby Witt, and since Bobby Witt has returned from Oklahoma City, he has a 3-2-1 loss record, 2.09 earned run average, and 38 strikeouts in 43 innings. And Bobby, I know it had to be a disappointment to be sent down to Oklahoma City, but it seemed to turn out to be a positive experience for you.
Yeah, I was disappointed at first going down there, but I kept the right attitude. I knew if I went down there and worked hard, hopefully everything would work out and I'd be back up. Hoping a little sooner than I was, but you know, that's just the way things go down there. And since coming back up, I feel a lot more confident going out on the mound, and things have been going real well. I've been getting some great plays behind me defensively, and you know, we've been scoring some runs.
Last week you went up to Boston. You had a nice pitching performance against some hometown fans. That had to make you feel good, even though you lost the game.
Yeah, it was okay. You know, I just wish we could have won the game. I went out there and just tried to keep the team close. You know, and try not to do nothing special going back there. I just want to go back there and you know, just try to give a good effort and good showing for the hometown folks.
Okay, Bobby. Good luck and have a successful rest of the season. Tom, tonight it will be Paul Kilgus going against Rod Nichols, and it's batting helmet night here at the stadium.
They're giving those to the fans or the kids. I don't know. We all need them. Let's roll that scoreboard here. Minnesota beating New York 5-2 in the 9th inning. Baltimore over Milwaukee 4-1 in the 7th. Boston beating Detroit 1-0 in the 3rd. And in the National League, final score here for you. Philadelphia loses to Chicago 9-3. We'll be at the ballpark live tonight. We'll see you then with highlights.
Live tonight from helmet night.
Helmet night. We're wearing my helmet.
Something
night,
like that.
promotion night. I get them all mixed up. Thanks,
right. All right.
The Rangers should hope to be as hot tonight as the weather was today.
It has been warm, but there were some showers around, thank goodness, and Harold will be along to tell us what's ahead for the weekend in just a moment.
I know the way Mexican food tastes. El Chico seems to be just about the same as what my mom cooks. I got to the point that when I go, the only thing I need to say is the usual. I think the food is great.
Authentic Mexican food begins with the finest ingredients at El Chico, so that every meal we prepare tastes its very best.
El Chico es muy delicioso. That's the word.
The science of skincare, the art of makeup, the allure of fragrance, the world of Estee Lauder. It's a beautiful place to be. Visit your Estee Lauder Beauty Advisor today, and you'll receive this gift, including private collection parfum spray and 2 lipsticks, yours with any Estee Lauder purchase of $12.50 or more. Through August 20th at Neiman Marcus, downtown, North Park, Prestonwood, and Fort Worth.
And the Clouds again. Jimmy Darnell, he's building up at about the time he took it, but since then have developed into some pretty heavy thunderstorms. We've had some pretty good reports of rain. Hallmark section Fort Worth with 20/100 of an inch. South White Rock, Dallas, 17/100 of an inch. And our weather watch at Rowlett says it was up to 101 degrees. North Side, Fort Worth, 104. 16/100 of an inch on I-30 in the Parker-Tarrant County line. Azle up to 104. And Polk in far south Dallas, 46/100 of an inch, 106 at Newark. And south of downtown Fort Worth, south of TCU, 1 inch of rain there, 25/100 in the TCU area. And Edgecliff, raining pretty hard. We've had some reports in South Fort Worth of some lightning strikes on transformers knocking out power temporarily to some of the residents there. But our temperature now, with these showers about, has dropped off to 88 degrees. We started off the day with a reading of 77, got up to 102. And I guess today we'd have to say clear in the morning, partly cloudy in the afternoon. There have been a few scattered showers around. Even though you didn't get rain, some folks have. And it'll be the same thing again tomorrow. They'll just be widely scattered around the area. All right, on the records, we've seen it as cool as 64 degrees, as hot as 106, and we had 1.81 inches of rain in 1930 on this date. Normally, temperatures get up to 99 at this time of the year, but last year it was up to 102. Now, started out something new here on Channel 5. You've heard so much about skin cancer and the danger of ultraviolet radiation in the sun. Now, starting at noon, we're going to measure the ultraviolet level, and we'll report it to you. And this, with our sun solar instrument, we can determine the ultraviolet. And today at noon, when David measured it, it was 69. And we measured it at noon because that's usually the peak of the ultraviolet radiation. But it was 69 on our scale, and that gave us a reading of about 1 hour and 15 minutes, which is about all that average people could stay out in the sun without beginning to burn. Now, I checked it just a few moments ago, and of course with the cloudiness, the sun beginning to go down, it was down to about 28. So see, it's down into here, and you're not getting much effect from it. Matter of fact, it'd be dark before you could even get enough to burn with if it stayed at that level. But David will have this at noon every day, so kind of keep track of it if you're interested in the ultraviolet readings. Okay, let's take a quick look at the satellite picture right now. Shower activity buildup, of course, here in our area, and the clouds are fairly heavy down here off the coast of Louisiana. This is where that old kind of a low was trying to form down there. And there's showers, as you can see, in these white splotches. On the radar, it's raining fairly heavy over here in East Texas. And we've had some pretty good rains right here in the Metroplex, but they've been pretty widely scattered. Actually, this is distorted a little bit. It's more of a series of little showers, but that's the way it comes out on the plot. And up here south of Guthrie and on up into Oklahoma. If we'll put some temperatures on there, and these are the current readings now as of 6 o'clock, it's dropped off to 83 degrees at Meach and Fort Worth because of the proximity of the showers, but still 99 at Dallas, 101 at Wichita Falls and at Waco, and the temperatures in the rain areas down along the Rio Grande are down into 70s, but along the coast it's 92 in South Padre, 87 around Mustang, and 92 degrees over in the Houston area. On the national map, this front kind of stationary down across central Oklahoma. This is a little low that we've been watching for a few days down here, just giving a lot of rain, but slowly just kind of being absorbed in the general weather pattern. The wind flow in the upper levels, just one big high pressure all across the region, broken up with a little series of small low pressures that just don't have a whole lot of meaning. So, if we'll take a quick look at the forecast, tomorrow I think it'll be back up close to 100 degrees with the heaviest rain in these solid areas, and in the hatched areas, just the scattered showers. So, on the, taking a quick look outside, it's partly cloudy. We can see the heavy rains off to the north, the winds south-southeast at about 10 miles an hour. The barometer, 29.94, it's 88 degrees, the humidity is 38%. We have had no precipitation at this point, but there are some fairly heavy rains about. North Richland Hills just reported in with about a 2-inch rainfall, but it's scattered, as you can see. So, on the forecast, we're just going to call for more of the same. Be clear to partly cloudy, be some scattered late afternoon and evening showers. About the only thing we can say for certain, if you got a shower today, it's unlikely that you would get one tomorrow. But if you didn't get one today, that doesn't mean you're going to get rain tomorrow either.
Tough.
So it's kind of wait and see, huh?
Have a good weekend, Harold.
Thank you. Well, back in the 20s, there was an Olympic athlete named Charlie Huff, not to be confused with Ranger pitcher Charlie Huff.
But our Jack Helsel has found another athlete whose name is the same and whose game included both Hollywood and horsemanship. His story here next.
Don't let high airfares push you out of the vacation picture. Fly our new one-way fun fares.
Well, you waited so long for a fare to get so nice and low. Now you really should fly.
Southwest Airlines fun fares are so low. How low are they? Now you can fly just for the fun of it.
Why don't you come along with us? 'Cause we got a lot of things to do now. Now you really should fly. Have fun, 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 flying Southwest on a fun fair today. Fun, fun, flying on a fun fair today.
Chuck Woolery here on the next Love Connection. Bill says lots of ladies like his bald head. What made Barbara say?
Gorgeous, gorgeous.
Then Jody tells us having a roommate can be handy when it comes to the telephone.
She screens my call.
But did her date Sean get the cold shoulder?
She looked at me kind of sideways like this and smiled and grabbed me and gave me what I would like to consider a very passionate, wonderful kiss.
I don't remember that.
Hear the whole truth on the next Love Connection.
Fridays at 6:30.
Coming up on Channel 5 News tonight at 10, we'll consider a controversial test for pregnant women. Some say it saves the lives of unborn babies, but others believe it's dangerous. For more on what to watch later tonight, let's join Larry Estepa in our newsroom. Larry.
Jane, Brad at 10 will watch a teacher take a glorious walk down the aisle after overcoming an injury she received from a rock thrown by a student. The can-do success story of a physical education teacher who coached herself back onto her feet. Don't miss that one. We hope you'll join us at 10.
Look forward to it. Thanks, Larry. Finally this evening, silent film star Rudolph Valentino was not the only dancer to dress in gaucho garb. A certain Texas horseman never made it big in the movies, but today his name's famous anyway, and our Jack Helsel at Large profiles a man who still sits tall in the saddle.
At age 40, Texas Ranger Charlie Hoff is the old man on the mound, the dean of knuckleball pitchers.
And he is gone via the strikeout.
But this is not a story about Charlie Hoff, the pitcher. This story is all about another star athlete in the Metroplex, here in Waxahachie.
I'm the unrecognized Charlie Huff, H-U-F-F.
This Huff is a horse person, and at age 81, the old man of the show arena.
And I'm devoted myself to people that like horses and to horses. So I teach 3 nights a week.
Pushing him over in a lateral motion, keeping his body straight, real straight.
It's not surprising that Hoff can make horses prance. Back in the late 20s, Charlie himself was adept at dance. Adagio initially.
After having played football, it seemed like I was physically fit, that I could manipulate and balance and handle the ladies, so to speak.
Vaudevillian Hoff toured with the old Orpheum circuit, even danced in a couple of movies.
I was never struck in the head to be a star. I never did have that feeling. My real feeling was back with the horses.
His mother gave Hoff his horsey philosophy.
That I try to tell the people that they must think like a horse, as my mother has said, that they have to feel like a horse, and then realize that the horse does have feelings, and you teach the horse. You don't make them do anything.
It just looks like Hoff can make his horses do anything. Jack Helsel, Channel 5 News, Waxahachie.
Makes it look easy.
Sure does.
We'll say goodbye tonight as we look at the world's largest greeting card.
The card, 30 feet by 13 feet, was displayed today at Sundance Square and is being signed by the public to say bon voyage to the families of Olympic hopefuls going to Seoul.
Thank you for being with us.
And we'll see you tonight at 10.
Come on up, sign the card. Send your best wishes to the athletes. Watch inside.
This has been Channel 5 News at 6. Join Channel 5 News tonight at 10 for the most comprehensive coverage.
Next.
from MGM-UA Home Video.
Moonstruck? I love Moonstruck. Excellent choice. It's got comedy, it's got romance, it's got Cher. I love Cher. It won 3 Oscars, you know. Anything else? Snickers bars? I love Snickers bars. Excellent choice.
Moonstruck and Snickers bars, a classic double bill, coming soon.
Next. Moonstruck? I love Moonstruck.
Get Moonstruck on video cassette.
There's no place like home, and there's no place like Gabbard's. Sure thing, no place. At Gabbard's, it's our summer celebration, and you'll save 20 to 50% in every department. With over 300 rooms of specially priced merchandise to choose from, you'll have something to celebrate too. And there's no place like Gabbard's. No place, no place.
If you want the great taste of Grandy's in an easy-to-carry package, I've got the secret password. Open sesame. Introducing 2 new sandwiches only Grandy's could fix. Our chicken breast filet sandwich and our country fried steak sandwich with lettuce, tomatoes, and our own special dressing. And to try one, all you have to say is, I'd like a new Grandy's sandwich, please. Grandy's, the best fast food. And we couldn't say it if it weren't true.
Channel 5, KXAS TV.